We were hoping to be able to work on the suspension, but unfortunately the workshop that were going to build the springs for us weren't able to do them. But we did manage to find another spring works in the region, and they've had a little bit more success so far. They're still a few weeks away from being ready. So in the meantime, we've had the hydraulic specialists in rigging up our drive lines, Silvio has been wiring up the engine, dashboard and relay, and Daryl and Jesse have been working on the exhaust system. Hi, I'm Kurt from Oz Armour, and welcome to Workshop Wednesday. Lindsay and Aidan from Parrot Engineering are fitting all of the hoses from the little hydraulic motor on the back of the engine to the steering unit and then to the chain drives. We know it's not how things would have been done, of course. If we'd have been able to source an original Panzer I gearbox, differential, drive shaft and all in perfect working condition, then of course we would have acquired one and fitted it. Some people will say that it's not even worth going to all this trouble if it's not original. But honestly, myself and everyone here would much rather see this little beauty driving around the track at Oz Armour Fest than have it sitting as an empty static display.
How good's that?
Ratchet one? No.
You might have seen Silvio in recent previous episodes. He's a German backpacker with an engineering background and has been a fantastic help to Steve and the rest of the crew with some great knowledge.
Like we almost finished the most part of the panel and the relay stuff. On the panel here, we cut like the most of this cable off. And then we take every single cable of those out and put it in a single connector. And all those connectors are then like in one socket, so you just can have one socket to plug out if you want to remove the whole panel. You also see here that I did some changes because I needed to know how the alternator was functioning. So yeah, that's why we're like a
lot of different revisions.
Exactly.
Yeah. Looks good.
It actually looks really complicated to me, but I'm sure if you know what you're doing, it's very straightforward. We have a full set of original Panzer I track that another Steve from Oz Armour is working on. There are a few links that are seized and the pins need to be taken out and replaced. It's a pretty tough job, but at least the weather is cooling down a bit for him. With everything wired in, the hydraulic system primed and the engine securely mounted, we decide it's time for a test run. Oh, one thing before we forget.
Let me just check if there's a rag in there.
There's a rag in there.
Is there?
Hey, look.
That's gone straight to the pool room.
How cool is that, Daryl?
Gotta be happy with that.
Yeah, man. It's a bit unconventional for World War II equipment, but
Yeah.
it'll do the job.
If they could have done it, they would have, mate.
100%. That's what I was just thinking.
For reliability and for what we want this to do, this is the best option.
This is the way.
And to find those original parts in running condition, near impossible.
Yeah, forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only we had our suspension units, then we could have a cheeky drive. But good things come to those who wait.
We're working on the rear deck and where the exhaust protective cover comes on and the muffler itself comes out. This is a nice original piece, pretty hard to find nowadays. So you can see that's about probably 15 mil thick.
Yeah, man, that's a big
So,
piece.
And as you can see, it's got 3 mounting points. So that'll get bolted on there. And this is basically, in case it was getting shot from the rear, it wouldn't allow a bullet to go through an unprotected area. This is an original piece, but I think they came separate. I don't think we got them together.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's that bit there. But what we have here is 3 broken off bolts that we've got to get out. So there's 1 here, and there's 2 around here. And this is what holds the rear muffler on. So I've centre popped roughly to centre. We're going to drill a hole there. Then we're going to heat it up and try and get them out with an easy out. If that doesn't work, we'll go to plan B, where we'll put a nut over the top and try and weld the centre and try and undo them with a shifter or something. The exhaust pipe will come out here, do a right angle bend, and then we're going to use this bit of line pipe, which we've cut to the right length. It'll get mounted on here. These two, this mount here, and these 2 here is what holds the muffler in place. So there'll be angle brackets coming off the side. Then we have a protective cover. To think that this has survived all those years, this is an original protective shield for the muffler. It's had a hard life, but it will bolt here on those points at the bottom and go up and bolt up there.
Looks like it needs a bit of straightening.
Yeah, we'll get stuck into it with a bit of a hammer, add a new piece on there, but to find an original piece like that, it's, yeah,
Magic.
it's remarkable it's lasted that long. That bit just went blunt, eh?
Just then.
Yep. I didn't think we'd gone in deep enough to hit the armour. Yeah, there's one. Must be split slightly.
You might have to hit it with a hammer.
Oh, it's engaged, but do we want to quench it or that'll just make it harder?
Quenching it might make it harder, yeah.
No, that one didn't work. That might be a plan B. Got to remember these things have probably been in since 1935, 36, you know, who knows how long they've been in there. No, that's not going to work either.
No go, Daryl.
No, no go. We've got one more to try. Try quench it, yeah, give it a go. No, that didn't work. No.
I'm not a fan of those.
Yeah, I know, these aren't the best things to use. Anybody who's ever used these easy outs knows that it's hit and miss, so.
There's nothing easy about it.
No, I'll only snap it off if I keep going. Yeah. There is a different brand that we're going to try, but yeah.
there a little bit of play in that one?
Yep.
Looks like it.
Good. Okay, I'll get a little bit of W. There we go. Before I weld it.
Stick that under the tank.
Oh, sorry, Daryl. Whoops. Okay, one out.
Wow, that worked.
Yeah. At Oz Armour, we're primed and ready.
There's a little bit of movement.
I might have to use a rattler, but this is loose.
Yeah. What size is that?
That's 16. Should be the right size, but it's loose. Oh, hold on.
Did you get something?
Yep.
That would be weird.
Over 80 years.
Yep. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you do it. Once you've exhausted all your other ways and means.
Isn't that how you put them in when you did your apprenticeship?
Yeah, we got movement on that one too. Good.
I think the heat helps before. Jazz has got check.
Well done, Jess. Look at that, magic.
That was all we did.
What we want to do is now, we've got a bottom tap, 10mm bottom tap. We'll go through and tidy up all the holes. That one's got a bit of a bend. Do you want to heat that up and just straighten him? Yeah. That way we'll just see how it all sits in nicely or not. Yeah, that definitely needs to be straightened out. You see it's got a bit of a bend. I'll track down some bolts. This one had a bit of old grease in it by the look of it.
Oh, is that grease? You didn't put that on?
No, that's just coming out of it, look.
Oh, you're kidding.
So we don't know where these things have been in the last 70 odd years, what they've done, where they've been. Yeah, it looks like old grease.
Yeah, way too much.
They're all coming up good.
What's this hole here, Daryl?
Well, I reckon that's the whole reason that they have an armoured protective cover. I reckon that's a bullet hole. You can see where it's actually done some little cracks there and the bullet's penetrated through there.
Wow.
So,
What is that, 15mm armour? 10mm armour?
it's about half-inch armour on the back. Well, it might be slightly, it might be 15, yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah. We're hoping the armour cover will give us an idea of where the centre line is of the muffler. Because we don't actually have anything that gives us that measurement at the moment.
Yeah.
Can you roughly get an idea on height or centre? And then we'll see what we can see on photos of how much we can see of that.
Jess has partially plumbed the exhaust in and is starting to build the muffler.
So you made these brackets?
Yeah, so I made these brackets before and prefabbed it all and fitted it. I'm going to tack it in place, but just to hold it.
Oh, to keep it level.
Yeah. So this just pokes in like that. I've tacked a bracket on before, has a bit of a dog leg, goes around and then gets welded onto there. We sourced this, which is the closest thing that we could find. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to squash this in our press a little bit and then just weld some fins in. This was the easiest way of doing it, other than making one from scratch, which would take way too long.
Take forever, yeah.
Too much time and energy spent on something so small.
Have you got a few?
What's this, sorry?
Backup ones?
Backup ones? No, we got one.
We got one shot at
one
this.
shot at this, so
to get it perfect.
Got to make sure it's right.
So I'll try and find the other one of these. So what we'll do is we'll tack this on, and once it's actually on the muffler, I can pull the muffler off and we can panel beat and fix this.
Got him. It's a really nice hole. That's a great little freehand circle.
Sometimes I cut meat.
Are we happy?
Yep. Oh, your earth. Just kidding.
Oh, I nearly cried then. Tears are rolling down my face. Work with me. Please, go up. Doesn't happen very often, but I'm happy.
Great. So now just to weld it up.
Yeah, just finish it off now and then we'll put him back on and then put the cover on.
Jess got it all welded up the next morning, ready for assembly.
So we're going to mount it on the tank and get the 4 fixing points so it's fixed in place, and then we might just heat it up and bang it around a little bit just because it's broken in a few different spots. We're not going to get it perfect, but we'll try and make it look a little bit nicer. Just here, you can see where it's cracked and broken. We'll have to just pull that back together and re-weld it. It's got a bit of a dent in here and it bubbles up here. We want to get that out. Over here too, you can see it's split and broken. We'll have to try pull that together and re-weld it.
And you're going to do all of this on the tank?
Try to, as much as we can. And also just under here, you can see this goes up and under in bolts, but this section here is all pushed out. So same thing, get a hammer and just bang it around. Make it look a little bit nicer, a little bit more presentable. Put a little bit of heat from your rig screw on. Too bad looking through there. I have to hold that.
look at that side and you jump over the other side.
That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Just a little bit. Yep. Yeah, leave that there.
Springs are a few weeks away yet, so Daryl has moved on to the mudguards. He's carefully working off photos as we don't have any scale drawings, but as always, his work is immaculate. Jess has finished the return rollers and is about to start work on the fighting compartment and turret. But that's all we have time for today. Join us next Wednesday for your weekly tank restoration fix. So until then, I'm Kurt from Oz Armour, and I'll see you on the next one.